Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Priyanka. I'm back again with yet another topic on Vedic astrology from an intuitive and channeled perspective. So today we will talk about Ketu, again not in a technical sense of it, but more in an intuitive way. As if Ketu is sitting with me in this room and via me, treating me as a medium, is talking to you through me and into that screen. So if I ask Ketu, who are you? Ketu says, I am the friend of whoever is lonely. He is the best friend forever of whoever is lonely. But why so? Before we go into that, let us understand the nature and purpose of Grahas as a whole, or mainly as for the interest of this video of Ketu. So each person has got some characteristics, some natures, like let's say animals, it will be easier to understand. Like dog's nature is to bark, cat's nature is to meow, the tiger's nature is to hunt and kill deer. Similarly, Grahas have also got nature. That is, like Saturn is the karma phal data. He is there to give us our karma, the punishment or rewards based on our deeds, be it past deeds of last life or this life. For Ketu's own subconscious programming is to cut. Like Ketu was once upon a time a whole being, Swarbhanu, and Sudarshan Chakra of Vishnu chopped off his head became Rahu, the body became Ketu. So it knows only that thing to cut because its own head has been chopped off. So now Ketu is headless and only knows about just cutting. Suppose you know a lot about or only about geography, then what you will be teaching others or telling in public? Only things related to geography. Similarly, Ketu's programming is to cut and it cuts. And now coming to the purpose of Grahas. Each Graha in our Vedic system has got this one purpose, that is to help us self-realize and merge with the Paramatma. Because we are the Atmas and we merge with the Paramatmas to attain moksha, to leave this plane of 3D. Each Graha will do in its own way. Maybe Rahu will satiate you with all desires and you will fulfill, and finally you will just give up because you have everything and you just want to turn back. For Ketu is the fastest one because Ketu in itself is mokshakarak, is the highest of spiritual planets, because it doesn't think, it doesn't analyze, it doesn't use logic, it is intuitive that way. So Ketu is that planet. If I just sum up the nature and purpose, Ketu is that planet whose nature is to cut away all the obstacles and make you achieve self-realization and merging with the Atman at the speed of light, at the highest speed. It takes the shortest and the fastest route to make you achieve moksha. And that's why Ketu becomes painful. Because we human beings are very much attached in this material plane, in this Rahu world of distractions. We want to do bhog in the Venus world. We want fame in the sun world. But Ketu is like, no, time's up. Time to go back to the source. That's why Ketu gives us pain whenever its periods start or transit is happening. Maybe in your first house, then you become Ketu. It gets chopped off. Your head gets chopped off. So now let us understand why this loneliness is God. Because when Ketu is cutting, Ketu sometimes chops off maybe your toxic narcissistic eggs. You tried to get rid of that eggs maybe for months and years, but you are again going and on in a loop. But when Ketu comes, it chops it off just with one sharp blow. But again, something good also goes away. Maybe there was a best friend or your family member or your relatives who are very close to you. They move away from you, maybe physically, or maybe mentally. Either something or the other happens and you are not in that same frequency and you are not in a talking terms basically. Or that person moves away, far away to another country or a city and you are left all alone. That could be also the thing. So Ketu finally makes you lonely. But what's the purpose to make you lonely? If you are lonely, then only you will think for yourself. You will connect with yourself. Once you connect with yourself, you do self-inquiry, then only it is the very seed. Self-inquiry is the very seed of self-realization and merging with Atman. So that is why Ketu makes you lonely. Again, there is another thing Ketu makes you lonely. Because once you are lonely, all by yourself, then only you will start working on that project of yours that you were procrastinating. Because now you don't have people. Now you don't have people to distract you, to go to party with, to go for a movie. You are all alone. You are all alone. What will you do? Maybe you wanted to learn about filmography, videography or something. You start on working on your craft. Like that's why the Ketu Nakshatras, the 3 Ketu Nakshatras are in the first 13 degree 20 minutes of all the fire signs. Ketu purifies also. Ketu will be purifying. And the Nakshatra Mula, that Nakshatra Mula is in the 9th house of Kalpurush Kundli in Sagittarius. The first 13 degrees of Sagittarius is Nakshatra Mula. What is Mula? Mula is Mool, that is roots, going deep. For you to achieve something in life, really something, you have to go deeper into the roots. Like just take for example a bamboo tree. A bamboo tree actually grows for 5 years. It spreads its root for 5 years inside, making it stronger and stronger. Then within 2 to 3 months, depending on which type of bamboo tree it is, it rises up to 100 feet. Can you imagine that? Within 2 to 3 months, 100 feet, as high as if it is a tropical bamboo tree. So Ketu is also asking you, suppose Ketu in anyone's life, if you have entered Ketu period and Ketu is making you lonely, just know Ketu is asking you to work on it, work on yourself or some project that you are procrastinating. Like Alan Moore also said, like he's a writer, he said that treat writing as a god. So God is not something out of our being, it's not somewhere external. We don't need to look up to God. For God, we need to look inside, look in. Whatever is inside, that is only outside. So Ketu is making you go deeper into the roots. Once you go so deeper and you attain mastery because of your monk mode, maybe 6 months, 6 years, whatever time it takes, then Ketu will be giving you the throne of your Pitris from your ancestors. They were keeping it safe for you only, to reach that height in the Magha. That is the Kalpurush Kundli's 5th house, the future from where we see children. And that will happen at the speed of light, at the speed of Ashwini. Like a bamboo tree grows in 2 to 3 months and reaches 100 feet, that will happen. Like for example, for anyone to achieve mastery, like Carl Jung is like the analytical psychologist father of analytical psychology. So he used to work in one of his towers, like aloof from everyone, cut off from everyone in Switzerland. And then only he wrote the Red Book. The Red Book is basically a channeling of Ketu, if you look into it deeper. I'll cover that in another video. But for now, just understand, if Ketu is making you lonely and cutting off every bit of people, be it good, be it bad, because if you're with people, you'll be going out, maybe boozing, having party, going to movies, then you won't actually work on your craft. That's why Ketu is making you cut off. Because then Ketu wants you to work on that craft of yours, to look within, because God is not something which is outside. God is within. Working on your craft is God. Suppose for a writer, writing is God. Suppose for a videographer, videography is God. It is not outside. It is something within. So tune in to your Ketu, because in life we suffer because we are not aligned with the energy that we are going through, like the mahadasha energy or the transit energy. Then we suffer in life. Just imagine you are surfing or you are swimming, or surfing will be a better example, and you are not, suppose a wave is coming, you need to just climb up that wave and surf. You are not, you are missing it. then there will be problem because you are not aligning. So if you are in Ketu Dasha, Ketu transit, major event around Ketu Dasha, Antar Dasha, Pratyantar Dasha, just align with that Ketu energy and don't fear it. Because of course I'm not saying I'm not here marketing Ketu, and Ketu hasn't given me any bribe, but I'm from my personal experience, I'm saying that is what Ketu does. So just align, and I hope everything falls into place. Thank you. Wish you all the best.